Hey everybody, welcome back to another Mike's Militaria product update. Got a bunch of stuff restocked that's been really selling hot for the, since I started my business. So I finally just placed a big order and got a bunch of cool stuff in that a lot of you have been asking about, and it's now here. You would also know this if you were signed up for the newsletter at mikesmilitaria.com, which is what I do. Right when I post new things, I send out a newsletter so everybody knows. They usually get the first crack at new inventory, so make sure you're doing that if you're interested in this stuff. So I'm just going to kind of go through a couple of a few of the products that are new, or restocked rather, not really new. They're new to me technically because I didn't have this one the other day. Anyway, we'll get started. I'll start ready. These are super popular, and I just bought my supplier out of the stock that I've been purchasing for the past like 4 or 5 years. So these are Israeli M1 helmets. Most of them are in pretty good shape. They're all used, of course. It's got the nice Israeli dust on it still. Just an average condition liner. Some are better, some are a little bit more rough for wear, but I've separated out the ones that are missing pieces or like totally, really just not good. Some of them have the welds. Yeah, you can see this kind of, they didn't do a great job welding the chin strap bail on. So some of them have those things, but that's a piece of history, and some of them got cracks too. That's just how they were. The M1, even the US one, that's kind of a design flaw that sucks about the M1 is you tend to develop cracks after time, or if you drop them, or it's just how they're made. Anyway, they're Israeli M1s. They're really hard to find. And after I'm sold out, I'm probably never going to be able to get them again. So these were used from the 60s through the 70s, and the reserve units used them a little bit longer. They're really cool. On the website, I'll put I'm just going to actually put the link to the site in, and then you can use the search function because it's going to be too many links for the description. It'll be too long. Anyway, moving on here. More helmets, as you know. I got a restock of Italian M33 helmets. Now, this is the nicest batch I've ever gotten. This is a pretty standard representation of the condition and everything that these are in. Mostly size 57. I think all the 58 sold out. I only had 3 of those. But I've got a lot of size 57, which is about a 7 1/4. And it's a really common size. These are super comfortable helmets. The M33 is one of I think, the best designs in history. A lot of helmets were influenced by this. And but yeah, they're in pretty good shape. These are not getting any easier to find, even though Italy used them up through the 90s. They got sent to a lot of other countries for use. So these are a must-have for collectors. These are going to be mostly, these are all post-war with the canvas chin strap and the Z thing. But it's a really good representation of a really kind of hard-to-find helmet in the U.S. for your collection. So you got those. Set that down here. And these have been extremely popular, and now I was able to lower the price because I found a different supplier for them. Got the Romanian M73 80 helmet, and I've got both grade 1 and grade 2 in stock. Grade 2 is going to be, this is a grade 1. So it's a little bit dirty. You got to expect that with surplus. Grade 2 is going to be, you're going to have to actually wash it out and put a little bit of tender, loving care into the chin strap or whatever, but it's still going to be complete so that, you can just read the description. But this is a grade 1 helmet, and these are really super popular. And this summer, I know you guys, I used to have a ballistic test of one of these a few years ago, and it got taken down without my knowing. I don't know what happened, but I'll be definitely redoing that. That was one that performed quite well on the ballistic test out of the range. Another one that did okay, it's the Slovak ASR97 helmet. A lot of these in this batch, they're actually in really good shape. This is one of the more rough liners, and it's in really, really good shape. Some of them are maybe a little bit more rough or something, but they're all complete, and they're all in better shape than what I've been getting in the past. Most of them have the Slovak symbol right there on the stencil on the front. Some of them don't, but, and then just to keep it fair, I'm going to be random, so... it's a pretty good chance that you'll probably get one with a stencil on it. These are really cool. They're very collectible. They're always labeled as Czech helmets, but they're not. And they're actually Slovak helmets because after Czechoslovakia broke up into two separate countries, the Slovak military came up with their own line of military gear. So yeah, these are really popular. They're pretty cool. And if you watch the ballistic test, they perform about as well as a PAS get, maybe a little bit less, but they're still on par. So if you're looking for something like that, plus they just look cool. They're really unique. All right, now we're done with helmets, I swear. So the next thing that's really cool is I bought a bunch of G3 mags because I usually do sets of pouches and magazines, but I'm considering just selling some magazines piecemeal because a lot of them actually came in the original packaging. These are some examples of the original packaging. The ones that were just kind of sitting in a bag that were easy to pop out, I popped those out, and those will be going in the G3 harness set, the rifleman set that I sell. Those are restocked. I got some other cool stuff coming too, but that'll be in the future. So anyway, these, it's like this, the craft crinkle paper, but you can see right here, that thing it's unissued. This one looks like is that just whatever? It's like some white powdery stuff, but it's in this package. Maybe it was used and repackaged, but it's still in great shape. Maybe I'll put that one, or I'll take that one out and just sell that piecemeal. This one's really cool. So this is from Rheinmetall in Dusseldorf. I don't speak German, but yeah, anyway. So this is a really sweet thing. So it's dated October 1965. I don't know what the other dates are, but yeah, and then I got a bunch of these. So if you buy 2 of them, which I'm considering selling these, I haven't listed them up on the site yet, but just look for them if you're interested in this. If you have a PTR91 or a Set Me clone or something like that, these are beautiful aluminum mags, and obviously they're still new in the package. This doesn't have a label on it, but I got several that are double packed. So I might actually list these. I don't really sell gun stuff or magazines, so it might be a new thing. Now, this has been the most popular seller. I just listed all this stuff yesterday and sent out the newsletter. I got a ton of unissued German Flecktarn in really good sizes. So this is the size 4, and it's dated 1998, which a lot of them are dated the late 90s. This is like a large short, but it's actually it's in between a U.S. large regular and large short. The German sizes are a little bit different. But yeah, I mean, look at this. This is unissued, completely unissued, never been worn. It's amazing. And they're a little bit more expensive, but it's worth it. Now, if you didn't know and you haven't watched my other videos in the past, Flecktarn and just German gear in general, from the Bundeswehr from the 90s and the 2000s, hasn't been surplus since about 2018. They chose to stop surplusing out their military gear because some of it showed up in the Ukrainian war that's going on over there and some rebel groups, and they made it on the news. There was actually one that you could clearly see it was Flecktarn, and they were wearing the German flag, and they're like, nope. And that was one of the reasons that I heard they weren't selling it. But my supplier in Germany, one of my suppliers, said that Germany no longer surpluses stuff out. So, again, not the, get it before it's gone, because there's still a bit to go around. But again, there's a finite amount of this stuff. So if you like Flecktarn, I would advise, as I've done, to stock up. Get, 3 or 4 or 5 of these things, because if you can never get them again, you're going to want to, you're going to want to be able to have a set at least, to be collectible. And this has got a lot of life left in it because it's unissued. So I have size 4, which is like a large-ish, large short, large regular. It should work for both. A size 10, which is like an extra large regular, and then a size 15, which is an extra large long in this unissued. That's the only sizes I could get for the unissued stuff, so I'm sorry I couldn't get more, but they're still really good sizes and they're common. Last but certainly not least, these are available for pre-order. So I've got these on order right now from Europe. It usually takes only a couple weeks to get here once I actually pay for the order and they ship it and stuff, but could take a little bit longer, but I don't think it will. So these Model 50 or Czech Model 80 medical kits. So this is the one that I kept from the last batch that sold out in like 2 days. These come stocked with a bunch of goodies, and it's pretty neat. So these are all bandages and stuff. These things flew off the shelves last time. So that's why I ordered quite a bit of them, just so I could get it, going around. And it might be a useful time to grab something like this too. I mean, it's always a useful time, but the way this year's gone, it might be a good idea to just have some medical supplies and in a nice solid case to take out in the car with you or the field. So these are available for pre-order. These are hot sellers, and I think right now I'm the only one that carries these in the entire U.S. So you can pre-order those. They will be available, but once they're gone, they're gone. I'm probably not going to be ordering these for a while unless there's a list that it's 100, 200 people that want one. Then I could probably make that happen. But anyway, these are extremely popular. I've kept this one. I might actually keep another one from the next batch just in case. And yeah, so they do have the contents. The contents do vary. Check out the description, etc., etc. So that's what we've got for new items. They're all really popular items, which is why I keep getting them consistently. People love Flecktarn. I love Flecktarn. I always keep 1 or 2 on every single order of Flecktarn that I get. So yeah, and then these magazines, let me know in the comments, obviously you got to know your local and state laws about magazine capacity restriction. I have a laundry list of places that I can't ship magazines to, but if you can buy a magazine or something and you want it, these will be a little bit more, I guess, because they are brand new and they're super hard to find like this. But I can just sell them piecemeal. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd want to see. So, all right, sorry this went so long. I actually didn't expect it to take so long, but I ramble so damn much. Here I go, rambling again. God. All right, anyway, if you got any questions, I'll try to answer them. I'll just put a link to my website, my online shop, in the description. You can go there and then search for all this stuff. Check, that'll come up with that. Flecktarn, the shirt will come up and all, et cetera, et cetera. You know how to do it. You're a big boy or a big girl. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you on the next product update.